On a rainy Friday evening in Willow Creek, a small town tucked an hour north of New York City, Jordan Miller stood under the flickering street lamp outside of Willow Creek High, staring at the gymnasium doors. Inside, the spring dance pulsed with music, laughter, and flashing lights. But out here, Jordan's world was unraveling. Through the glass doors, he saw her, Maya Torres, the girl he'd quietly loved for 2 years. She wasn't standing alone. She was with Elijah Carter, Jordan's best friend since childhood, and the way she looked at Elijah wasn't the way friends looked at each other. Jordan's heart sank. It was in that moment, as raindrops slid down his jacket and the laughter from inside echoed in his ears, that he realized love could be the most beautiful thing in the world, and the most painful. This is the story of 3 teenagers bound by friendship, tested by love, and changed by choices. A story not of fairy tale romance, but of the everyday lessons that shape who we become. Willow Creek was the kind of town where everyone knew everyone, the kind of place where secrets never stayed secret for long, and your reputation could outlast you. Jordan Miller had grown up on Maple Street, in a 2-bedroom apartment above his mother's bakery. His mom worked 12-hour days kneading dough, and Jordan helped every chance he got. By 16, he was already known as the responsible one. Hardworking, steady, trustworthy. Maya Torres lived just a block away. Her family had moved from the Bronx when she was 10, hoping for quieter streets and better schools. Maya was smart, brilliant even, but she often questioned herself. She worried she wasn't enough for her parents, enough for her friends, enough for herself. And then there was Elijah Carter, the boy who lived life like every day was a game, the one who could talk himself out of trouble with a smile. If Jordan was discipline, Elijah was freedom. If Jordan was the quiet stream, Elijah was the roaring river. Together, the 3 of them were inseparable. Walking home from school, studying late in the library, sitting at the old bench near Willow Creek Park and talking about the future. But the future had a way of arriving sooner than they expected. It started small. Maya began laughing at Elijah's jokes more often. She stayed after basketball games a little longer when Elijah was there. Jordan noticed, but he stayed silent. He told himself it was nothing. He told himself Maya's friendship with Elijah didn't threaten what they had. But silence, Jordan would later learn, is sometimes the loudest mistake of all. Elijah wasn't trying to hurt Jordan, but he liked the way Maya smiled when she was with him. He liked the way she leaned in, the way her eyes sparkled when he told her about his wild dreams, moving to the city, starting his own business, living fast and free. For Maya, Elijah represented something she thought she lacked: boldness. He didn't worry about tomorrow, and she envied that. Being with him felt like stepping outside of her insecurities, if only for a moment. Jordan, meanwhile, stuck to his responsibilities. He balanced schoolwork with shifts at the bakery, determined to help his mother and build a future. And while Maya respected that, she couldn't deny how different his world felt compared to Elijah's. The weeks passed, and each teenager faced choices that revealed who they were. Jordan learned to budget his money, sacrificing new sneakers to help his mom pay the electric bill. Elijah skipped shifts at his part-time job, preferring to hang out with friends instead. Maya juggled AP classes, family expectations, and the growing weight of 2 boys pulling at her heart. One evening, after walking Maya home from a study session, Jordan finally asked, "Maya, do you ever think about the future?" She looked up at him, her expression thoughtful. "All the time. But sometimes I feel like I'm living everyone else's version of it. My parents want me in college. My teachers expect me to succeed. But what if I'm not who they think I am?" Jordan replied softly, "Then you figure it out, one step at a time. You don't have to have it all figured out tonight." Maya smiled faintly. It was exactly the kind of answer Jordan would give, steady, reassuring. But part of her longed for Elijah's voice instead, saying, "Forget the plan. Let's just go live." The tension between Jordan and Elijah finally cracked one night at Willow Creek Park. The 2 sat on the old bench, silence heavy between them. Jordan broke first. "Do you care about her, Elijah? Or is this just another game to you?" Elijah leaned back, smirking, but his eyes betrayed a flicker of guilt. "Why do you always make everything so serious, Jordan? Maybe she needs someone who doesn't plan every second. Maybe that's why she laughs with me." The words stung. Jordan clenched his fists, but he didn't respond. The spring dance was supposed to be fun, a break from exams and stress. But for the 3 of them, it became a turning point. Jordan had rehearsed what he wanted to say all week. When he finally found Maya alone near the refreshment table, he spoke with quiet honesty. "I don't want to compete, Maya. Not with Elijah, not with anyone. I just want you to know, I see you. Not just the girl who smiles for everyone else, but the real you. The one who doubts, who dreams, who tries anyway. That's the person I care about." Maya's chest tightened. Before she could respond, Elijah appeared, confident as ever. "Maya, you don't need someone to map out your whole life. Come with me and you'll see the world for what it is. Big, wild, alive. Don't you want that?" 2 boys, 2 visions of love, 1 choice. Maya felt torn. With Elijah, she felt alive, daring, free. With Jordan, she felt safe, steady, seen. But that night, under the glow of string lights and the echo of music, she realized something important. Love wasn't about who gave her butterflies. It was about who gave her wings. She chose Jordan. Not because Elijah was unworthy, but because Elijah wasn't ready. Love, she realized, wasn't about excitement. It was about respect, responsibility, and the willingness to grow together. Elijah turned away, silent at first. Then he said softly, "I thought love was about being chosen. But maybe it's about being ready." The weeks that followed weren't easy. Elijah drifted from them for a while, hurt and angry. But eventually he began to change. He started showing up for his shifts. He applied himself in school. He realized that if he wanted to love deeply one day, he first had to learn discipline. Jordan and Maya grew closer, building a relationship not on fireworks, but on communication and trust. They argued sometimes, disagreed often, but always came back to the same truth. Respect was the foundation of everything. Willow Creek remembered the dance for its music and decorations. But for 3 teenagers, it was remembered as the night they learned lessons that would last a lifetime. And so, in that small town in New York, 3 teenagers grew up. Jordan learned to speak his truth. Maya learned to trust her worth. Elijah learned that love requires readiness. And maybe, just maybe, we can learn from them too. Because love, in the end, is not about butterflies. It's about wings.